Hey friends, this is Marilyn from tarotclarity.com, and if you've been with me long enough, you'll know that every now and then I'll throw in a video that has nothing to do with tarot, maybe just another form of divination. Now, for some of you who are astute and you notice my background every day, you've probably noticed that I always have pendulums up to this side. In this side, I have a lot of pendulums because I use, pendulums from time to time. And if somebody that, is in my inner circle and they come over to my house or whatever, I don't charge people for this, but if there's someone that I know and they're really struggling with something, that's really, 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 really important. I always say, why don't, and if it's a last resort, why don't you try a pendulum? And I use it, and it's always been accurate for me. And I've used it for some very serious subject matters, including brain surgery, whether or not I should get it, because I had a brain aneurysm, blah, blah, blah. Some of you know my story already. So I highly recommend it. And I realized that I never did a video on it. Now, just like there are innumerable ways to interpret cards. No two tarot readers are going to do it exactly the same way. It's probably the case for any form of divination, including pendulums. I only use the pendulum for tapping into how I really feel about something. Because sometimes on the surface, we think we know we want something, and yeah, sure, and all your friends are encouraging you, and your family members say, yeah, that's awesome, go, do it, or whatever. But you're not really sure how you feel. You're just sort of going with the flow, and it's taking you in that direction. But every now and then, there's something that happens, or that you're presented with a situation, and you have to perhaps make a life, or a life-altering, if not, life-changing decision, and deep down inside of you, the core you knows what's best for you, but the part that gets involved with other people and what everybody else is saying and your mind, common sense perhaps sometimes will tell you you're crazy, where your heart tells you something else, but sometimes you're not even sure what your heart's telling you. So that's when I use a pendulum. Now, I prefer using the pendulums that I've made, but I have several. I've bought some from, on vacations when I go to, a new location, and I'll check out the metaphysical stores, and I'll usually buy a pendulum as a souvenir, because usually most of the time I already have the tarot decks that they sell, or I'm not interested in the ones they sell. And sometimes, some are given to me, like this one up here, that one over there, my daughter made for me. And these, I think I just bought it on vacation or something. But my favorite four are four that I made myself. And I'm going to be doing a pendulum demonstration in a few days. But today's video is I'm going to ask you to help me decide which pendulum to use. I love this one. The way these work, they are all the same, is I slip my finger through the loop. And I'll get into that, when I show the video, when I do the demonstration. But here's one. This one has, like colored beads and lava rocks and crystals, a lava rock, and some kind of pendulum. This one also has a finger loop that's pretty much just a basic chain with a few crystals on it. This one's even simpler. It still has the finger loop and a regular chain and a nice pendulum, almost like a disco ball. And then the last one, it was very simple. Finger goes through the loop, plain chain, and just simple red beads. So please give me a vote. down below, is it in the comment section, please tell me which one of these pendulums I should use. You know, if you all say use all of them, I'll at least do 4 demonstrations. But seriously, just indicate which ones you like the best, and that's the one I'll use. Until next time, friends, peace, stay well, be kind, and I'm going to add another one. Do no harm.